Hello guys, how are you today? I hope you are still good, you are still okay. Despite this pandemic that we were experiencing, kakayanin pa rin natin. You're still okay, right? So, today we will be starting our discussion on our course, Windows-based programming. Okay, so we'll be explaining or discussing the introduction first of Windows-based programming. Okay, so come on, let's start our discussion with this course. Okay, chapter one, Introduction to Windows-based programming. Okay, before we will discuss the main topic on Windows-based programming, we need to know the terminologies. Okay, kung anong computer, kung anong program, kung anong programming. Okay, bago natin pag-aralan kung anong Windows-based programming. Okay, so as we all know that computer, it is an electronic device designed to manipulate data so that useful information can be generated. We all know that computer is it comprises of hardware, software, yeah, input devices, output devices, yeah. Okay, so that is a computer. It will process data and it will become information. So that is a computer, an electronic device. Okay, another here is computer program. So what is a computer program? It is a collection of instructions or statements, sometimes called code, carried out by the computer's central processing unit or CPU. Okay? Computer program, ito yung mga programs na pwede kasing computer program, pwedeng yung applications or the operating system of your computer. So later on, we will discuss or tackle an operating system or what is operating system. Okay? So itong mga programs, these are programs na ini-install natin sa computer. Okay? Para paganahin natin yung hardware ng computer natin. Okay? Sometimes itong computer program, application, or yes, computer applications that will help you, okay, to finish your job. Okay? Help you meet or it will meet your needs. Okay, kung kailangan mo ng ganito, gamitin mo lang yung program na ganyan. Okay, those are computer programs. Right? Without, it says here, without computer programs, computers are useless. Yes, that's correct. Kung walang programs, let's just for example, your mobile phone. Kung walang software or walang computer walang program, walang apps diyan sa cellphone mo. Anong gamit ng cellphone mo? It's useless. Walang messages or walang call na application. Anong gamit ng cellphone mo? It's useless. So, okay? So without computer programs, your computer are useless, right? Now, a term here, programming. So what is programming? Okay, it says here designing or creating a set of instructions to ask the computer to carry out certain jobs, which normally very much faster than human being can do. It is a process of planning a sequence of steps for a computer to follow. Okay, so programming, ito, you are going to design, you're going to create a set of instructions or instructions, codes, okay, for a computer to follow. Okay, ikaw gagawa ka, then ba magplano ka, gagawa ka ng steps, ng instruction, ng codes na susundin ng computer. Okay? So that is programming. It is not just designing, creating. Okay? It involves planning. Okay? Planning sequence of steps for a computer to follow. Okay? Planning, kailan mong planuhin kung paano mag-work yung program na gagawin mo. So that is programming. Okay? It says here, a good programmer is a good planner. That's correct. Kung marunong kang magplano, pwede kang maging good programmer. Okay? Kagaya ng bahay, kumbaga. Example na lang natin. Kung yung mga gagawa ng bahay, kung walang plano yan, maaaring yung bahay magko-collapse mamaya. Magko-collapse talaga. Okay? Maaaring hindi maganda yung output kapag gumawa ng bahay, kapag walang plano. Okay? Maaring paiba-iba. Mamaya, after a year, ibahin mo yung design kasi nga wala kang plano. Okay? So, in programming, it needs planning too, not just designing. Okay? Planning, ipaplanuhin mo kung ano yung mga steps, kung ano yung mga kailangan ipagawa sa computer, yun yung mangyayari. Okay? So the key to programming a computer is to understand what the computer or the job and assigning the detailed steps that will accomplish the program. Okay? So you will decide or understand, kumbaga, yung mga steps na gusto mong ipagawa sa computer, and then, yun na, gagawin na ng program. Or i-code mo yan. Okay? So that is programming. So for you to understand more on programming, we have here the following instructions. Stand, sit, walk, pick up, turn. Then we have here if there an obstacle, then do this. Alright. So if I commanded you to stand, of course, halimbawa, okay, linagay ko doon, stand. I wrote stand dun sa code. So, you need to stand. Gawin mo yung action na yon. You need to stand. Okay? If the command is, let's say, walk, then lagay ko doon, 5 steps. 5 steps. Okay? So, kailangan humakbang. 5 steps naman. So, kailangan mong sundin kung anong meron doon. Kung anong sinabi ko na gawin mo. Okay? Kung anong instruction ko. If there an obstacle, okay, turn left, 90 degrees, parang ganon. So lahat ng gagawin, lahat ng gusto mong gawin ng program mo, kailangan mong ilagay. So that is programming. You are adding instructions. You are instructing the program or the computer kung anong gusto mong mangyari. Okay? So that is programming. And then we have here computer. So, ang alam ng lahat, computer, that is hardware. It comprises of keyboards, disk drives, and monitors. Pero hindi lang ganon. Okay? Dapat intindihin natin na computers deals with data. It will process data and it will become information. Ito yon. Ito yung larger view ng computer. Kasi ang alam natin, yes, computer, hardware yan. Okay? Pero ito, computer deals with data. Okay? So we need to discuss also the components of computer. It comprises of the input, output, memory, and processor and control. Okay? So first component is the input. Okay? Input. It uses the devices or input devices or yung hardware magagamit ito. A device that brings data into the computer. For example, your keyboard, your mouse, yun mo yun. Okay? So, it brings data. From the outside, it brings data into your computer. So, the process here is the collection of data from user into the computer. Okay? So, the process, okay, it collects data from the user and it inputs or pinapasok sa computer. So, that is the process being done. Okay? Next is output component. Output. A device that presents data and or information to the end user. The computer will process the data being collected from the input devices, okay, and then now the output will present the data to the end user. Example, monitor, printer, network mode, or modem. Yun mga yun, hardware na magagamit. So the process here, the presentation or transmission of information to the end user. Displaying or printing database report. Yun mga mangyayari. Okay? Next component is memory. Memory. It means to store data for short or long-term use. So, when we say short-term and then long-term, okay, memory pa din yan. So, when we say short-term, kapag nawala yung current, mawawala yung sinave mo. Just like, for example, yung RAM. Okay? So, ROM, yes. Okay? Now, ito, yung long term naman. Okay? Ito yung hard disk natin. Kapag sinave mo yung file mo doon, nawala ng kuryente, after a week, nandun pa din yung files mo. So, that is considered as long term. Again, yung short term, uh, etong RAM niya, habang nagta-type ka mismo ng, let's say, dun sa Microsoft Word, nagta-type tayo, no? Nagta-type ka, ba't kaya hindi mo pa sinasave yan, pero hindi pa nawawala yung tinatype mo, nandun pa rin. Okay? Kasi merong nagagamit na memory. That is short term, yung RAM. Okay? So, the process being done here is storing and managing data from input for output and for processing. Okay? So, yung input, kukunin, pasok sa computer, and then i-hold niya muna. Ipa-process for processing at magiging output. Okay? So, that is the memory. The processor, a device for executing program instructions. This is a central processing unit of a computer. So, all process are being done inside or in your central processing unit. So that is the hardware being used for processing. Alam naman natin ang CPU nasa loob ng yan ng system unit. Kasi alam natin yung CPU, yung box na yan. No, it's not. So that is a system unit. Inside your system unit, nandoon yung maliit na chip. That is a CPU or central processing unit. And the process being done is manipulation of data to accomplish a specific task. For example, storing financial records and summing the total cost on a daily basis. Ipaprocess na niya. So, nag-type ka ng mga numbers, ipaprocess niya at magiging ito na yung output niya. So, that is the processor. Okay? The work of the processor. And control the program or instructions used to operate a computer. This includes a program for the processing or operating system and application software such as word processor. And then for the process, the set of steps to accomplish task by the computer. So itong control naman na to, kung alimbawa, yung operating system na mismo ito, kung paano niya kinokontrol yung mga software, kung paano niya kinokontrol yung mga hardware, okay? Kung speaker man ang kailangan, ito i-control niya papunta dun sa speaker. So that is the control. Okay? So those are different components of a computer. All right? A computer has operating systems too. When you buy your computer, actually preloaded na. Meron na, kasali na ang operating system doon. Mostly, kasali na ang operating system. So what is operating system? So this is the heart of the computer. The heart of the computer. It brings or integrates the hardware and applications together by supporting, okay? Again, it integrates. We have here the hardware and then kumbaga, walang silbi yung hardware kung walang OS, kumbaga, operating system. So, the operating system, limbawa, pinapatrabaho niya yung hardware. Sinasabihan niya yung hardware, mouse, halimbawa, mouse, okay, gumana ka. Ito yung gagawin mo. This is your function. Okay, so that is the work of the operating system. Okay, so ito, together by supporting, says here, how data is stored and retrieved from the disk and other media. Kung naglagay ka ng flash drive, okay, so paano niya i-store yung data doon? So, si operating system yung bahala doon. Si operating system na yung nakikipag-coordinate dun sa flash drive mo, dun sa computer, at nagre-retrieve na yung data. Okay? How the mouse, keyboard, joysticks, and others, okay, allow a user to enter or access data. Nag-attach ako ng mouse. Okay, sasabihin ni operating system, okay, ano yan? Oh, okay, mouse yan. So, ito dapat ang function ng mouse. So, ganito yung gagawin mo. Right? How the computer display present information. How the computer links or works with other devices or let's say printers. Nag-print ako. Now, paano napapaganahin yung printer? Okay, parating na yung i-print niya. 3 pages, humanda ka, eto gawin mo. Okay, so yun yung work or task ni operating system. How programs are developed for a particular computer. So those are the works or tasks of your operating system. Your computer's operating system manages all the software and hardware on the computer. Okay? So yun, minamanage niya yung hardware and software. Most of the time, there are several different computer programs running at the same time. Okay? And they need all access on your computer central processing unit, memory, and storage. Okay? So minsan kasi si OS, halimbawa, let's say yung cellphone mo mismo, madami kang binuksan na applications diyan. Now, yung isang application gagamitin niya yung memory. Another application gagamitin yung memory. So, ngayon, si operating system na yung nagna-manage sa mga applications na yan para hati-hatiin niya, kumbaga, ito memory para sa kanya munang app. Ito na naman memory para doon. Okay? Para lahat mabigyan, lahat mag-work. Alright? So that is the work of your operating system. So we have here the types of operating systems. Operating systems usually come preloaded, yung sinabi ko kanina. Okay? So these are the three most common operating systems for personal computers. Microsoft Windows, Mac OS for yung mga Apple, Mac computers, and Linux. So we will learn, or yes, we'll discuss Windows operating system. Kasi nga, Windows-based programming. Okay? So dito tayo mag-focus. Windows operating systems muna. Okay? So what is Windows operating systems? Developed by Microsoft Corporation. It's Microsoft Windows. Okay? Then we have here the different versions. The latest versions or recents na lang. Sabihin natin, marami. Okay? Maraming mga nakalipas yung mga previous operating systems ng Windows. Pero ito yung mga recents. Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP, Experience. So, I'll show you yung kahit screenshots man lang. Okay? So, ito, we have here, this is a screenshot for Windows 10. Windows 10, ganito lang siya. Kung mapapansin nyo yung start button, ito, ganun yung itsura. Okay, so that is your Windows 10. And then, kung mapapansin nyo din, nandun yung search button, search, dun sa tabi ng start. So that is Windows 10. For Windows 8 naman, ganito yung itsura. Para siyang touchscreen na i-move mo lang yan. So ito na yung mga programs. Piliin mo lang and then yun na. So that is Windows 8. So this is Windows 7. Okay? Yun yung kanyang start button. Okay? And then, Windows Vista. Yan. And then, Windows XP. Experience. Windows XP. Ganun naman yung kanyang start button. Okay? So, those are different or the latest or most recent ones. Windows operating systems. Again, Windows operating systems kasi nga Windows programming tayo muna ngayon. Okay? So, what are Windows-based programs? So what are Windows-based programs? It is a software that is designed to work on a computer running the Microsoft Windows operating systems. Okay. Systems or yung mga programs designed or ginawa ng programmer to run on a Microsoft Windows operating system. Yung mga computer na ang kanilang operating system ay Windows. Lahat ng programs na i-install mo doon, those are Windows-based program. When we say, meron din kasi tayong web-based programs. So when we say web-based programs, any program na binubuksan mo sa browser, let's say Google Chrome, okay? Tina-type mo sa taas yung kanyang, let's say Facebook, yun. Those are web-based. Okay? Ito Windows-based programs created using any programming language that will run on Microsoft Windows operating system. Okay? Kagaya ng ginagawa niyo previously, Programming 1, Programming 2. Okay? Gumawa kayo ng programs, calculator, to run on Windows operating systems. So those are Windows-based programs. These programs are designed to be installed and run locally on Windows computers and are usually compatible with multiple versions of Windows. Compatible. Pwede mo install sa XP, sa Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows 10. Okay? Many Windows-based programs are not compatible with Mac OS used on Apple computers. And most are not compatible with computer running Linux. So yun. So ibig sabihin nito, yung mga ibang programs mo na ginawa for Windows, hindi mo pwedeng i-install sa Mac, ang kanilang OS, or sa Linux. The same true, yung mga programs na gawa for Mac OS, hindi mo rin pwedeng i-install sa Windows operating system. Unless kung mag-install ka ng mga third-party applications. Okay? So Windows-based programming is actually creating or designing a software or program using any programming language to run on a computer that uses Windows operating system. Again ha, yung program, Windows-based programs, these are programs, okay, running on Windows OS. So what is Windows-based programming? So this is creating or designing a program to run on Windows operating system. So that is your course, yung subject natin, Windows-based programming. So in here, in this course, we are to create, design, plan programs or software for Windows operating system. So what are the characteristics of a Windows-based program? Halos lahat ng Windows-based programs pare-pareho yan. Okay? So we have here, the IDE is halos almost the same. Developed using IDE. Or those programs are being developed using an IDE or integrated development environment. It is a software application that provides comprehensive facilities to computer programmers for software development. Okay? So, ginawa yan. Halimbawa, Visual Studio. Okay? Yung isa na programming language kung saan tayo gumagawa ng Windows-based program. And then, okay, it has GUI. Most programming or most Windows-based programs have GUI or graphical user interface. So what is GUI? It is the visual interface or graphical windowing environment. Kung ano yung nakikita mo dun sa gumawa ka ng program, ito yung program. So kung ano yung nakikita mo, that is the graphical user interface. Okay? In Windows-based programming, we have here the term WYSIWYG. WYSIWYG means or stands for what you see is what you get. Okay? Kung ano nakikita mo yung button. Okay? Nakikita mo yung text box. Yun din ang itsura. Kung nagde-design ka, kumbaga, ng gusto mo, okay, gumawa ka ng design, kung ano yung dinesign mo, yun din ang makikita mo sa output niya. So that is what you see is what you get. Kung ano yung color sa output niya, yun din ang color. Okay? So meron din tayong icons, buttons, scroll bars, and other on-screen objects. Dragging, pushing, direct manipulating of objects. Pwede natin gawin yan sa Windows-based programs. Pwede kang drag ng objects, meron siyang icons, meron siyang buttons, meron siyang scroll bars. Okay? Halos lahat ng Windows-based programs meron ganyan. Okay? And direct user interaction with mouse and keyboard on the screen. Windows-based programs allows you to use your mouse and keyboard. Pwede din sa touchscreen, yung screen ng computer. Okay, so halos lahat ng Windows-based programs pare-pareho merong ganito. Okay? Aside from that, the consistent user interface. Halos pare-pareho yung itsura ng Windows-based programs. Okay, meron siyang title bar with a menu. Title bar, alam naman natin ang title bar. Scroll bars for large lists. Dialog boxes. Common, open file dialog box invoked from the same menu option, both keyboard and mouse interface. So yun mga yun. Okay? So halos lahat ng programs merong ganito. And the programmers are using the routines built in Windows for constructing menus and dialog boxes. So all menus have the same keyboard and mouse interface. Okay, sa paggagawa tayo ng programs, kung gusto natin gumamit or gumawa ng ating, let's say, message box, dialog boxes, gagamitin mo lang yung built-in. Okay? Iko-call mo lang, let's say, message box. Lalabas na. Nandun na yung message box. So, pare-pareho na yung itsura ng message box kapag gumawa ka ng Windows-based programs. Okay? Aside from that, multitasking. Multitasking ang Windows-based programs. Okay? It will allow you to simultaneously the simultaneous execution of more programs or more than one program or task by a single computer processor. That is multitasking. So, pwede mong ipagawa ito, pwede mong ipagawa yan. Okay? Several Windows programs can be displayed and running at the same time. Pwedeng ito, yung screen na to, yung malit na yan, ito, Microsoft Word. Tapos ito, hinati-hati mo yung screen. So, pwede mong gawin yon. The user can resize the windows, transfer data from one program to another. Okay? So, yun yung pwedeng gawin, multitasking. Pwede mong gawin yan sa Windows space. Okay? So, those are the characteristics of Windows-based programs. So, as you can see, we have here, ito, yung mga codes na yan, ang haba-haba. Isa lang naman ang gustong ang mangyayari dyan. Okay? The above codes create a normal application window. Just a window. Isang ganyan lang. Box. Yun yung mangyayari dyan. Aside from that, it will display hello windows dun sa center ng area, client area. After starting, it plays a sound file. The window is movable, resizable, can be maximized and minimized. Okay? So yung kahaba-haba ng code na yan, ito lang pala yung nangyayari. Ito lang pala yung magdi-display. An application, box, tapos merong hello windows na text dun sa gitna. Okay? And it will play sound. And then, pwede mong i-resize, i-move, i-maximize, at i-minimize. Yun lang. Okay? But then, don't worry, we'll be using, let's say, Visual Studio para drag and drop na lang. Okay? If you want more application window, mag-add ka lang ng form. Andun na. Without coding this. Kung sana hindi tayo gagamit ng ganun, okay, ito yung magiging code natin. Okay? But then, okay, you will be using Visual Studio. So, mas madali na lang. Drag and drop, drag and drop. Kung gusto mong play ng sound, lagay mo lang yung sound. Mas madali na lang. Di na problema, di na kailangan i-code ang maximize, minimize, kasi nandun na mismo. Mas madali na lang dun sa may Visual Studio or Visual Basic. Okay? We have here the advantages of this, of a Windows-based operating system. We have here the ability to use the entire computer screen for single or multiple application. Okay? With just a single screen, you can use the entire screen. Okay? Unlike others na yung mayroong part na dun ka lang mag-work, wala na yung ibang screen. Okay? So ito, it will allow you to use the entire screen for a single or multiple applications. Pwedeng hatiin mo din. Dito, isang application. Ito, isang application. Common functionality in how application works. Okay? Like, for example, file, edit, and other menus. Because developers in this industry have applied general accepted user interface guidelines. Halos pare-pareho. O, kagaya nito, nagkiklik ko yung file, anong meron dyan? So, halos pare-pareho yung mga programs. Anong meron sa file? Parang ganyan. Okay? The ability to use color. Okay? So, don't worry, hindi siya black and white. So, pwede kang gumamit ng colors to present graphics. The ability to use variety of input devices, including your keyboard, mouse, touchscreen, and so forth. Okay? Unlike other programs na keyboard lang. If you want to move, use your keyboard. Shared functions and capabilities for multiple programs or applications. Shared programs and capabilities for multiple programs or applications. Okay? So, ito, yung mga functions, hati-hati na for multiple programs. Okay? Then we have here, if you are going to developing or software for Windows-based applications, you should become very familiar with the operating system and how it works. Kasi hindi naman basta-basta na gagawa ka ng program and tapos hindi mo alam kung saan gagamitin, saan mo i-install. So dapat alamin mo muna how, let's say, how Windows operating system works. Okay, ganyan. Pwedeng click, pwedeng ganyan. So, kapag gagawa ka ng program, clickable din. So, dapat familiar ka muna sa operating system bago ka mag-start gumawa ng program. So, we have here the different programming language or programming tools used to create program or Windows-based programs. So, we have here the ASP.NET, Visual Basic. Ito tayo. And then Windows Azure, Windows Web Developer, JavaScript, Ajax, C++. Halos lahat pwede kang gumawa ng Windows-based program. Pero dito lang talaga tayo. Much of what you do in a Windows environment is based on Visual Basic. It's a good language to learn. Okay. So yun. In this course, we will be using Microsoft Visual Studio, especially Visual Basic, specifically Visual Basic as a programming language to create your Windows-based applications. All right? Okay. What is Visual or Microsoft Visual Basic? So we will discuss that on the next chapter. So we have here your assignment. So I will be posting this assignment on Edmodo. Okay, it will be available on Edmodo. So what are different selection structure in creating Windows-based programs? Then write the correct syntax when using those selection structure. So based on item number 1, and then provide at least one example for each selection structure. Okay, so connected lahat yung mga questions natin. Okay, so again, this activity will be available on Edmodo. Just check your Edmodo. I'll be announcing actually kapag na-post na dun sa Edmodo. Alright? Hope so meron kayong naintindihan. Alright? So kung mayroong tanong, question, okay, don't be shy na mag-ask dun sa ating GC and we'll answer that as soon as we are online. Okay? Again, huwag mahiyang magtanong. So, yun muna for now. And then, we will discuss the next chapter soon. Abangan yung next video for our discussion. So, yun muna for now. Paalam!